video, we're going to talk about camping with dogs. We love our dogs. We got a Harper dog, and Mocha. Mocha's a 75, 80-pound chocolate labs, 13 years old. And Harper dog we've had for the past 14 years. And I'm going to tell you what, it's a joy taking the dogs out with us. And we would not pass up that experience for anything. We would not leave them at home with a sitter or in a kennel. We just won't do it. So we take them. Now, in order to take them, there are a few things that we need to account for. Number one, we need to make sure that we do get our yearly checkups and vaccinations. And we do that because we love our dogs. So we spend a lot of money on extra things for them at the vet. That's just the way we are. The other thing you need to do is you need to make sure you take with you a copy of the examination and the copy of any certificates of vaccination. Now, what I do in my world is I keep a book with the different things in it, and in the book, I do keep a copy of their vaccination history and their little tag. I don't put the tag on the dogs because I'm afraid they'll lose it. And as long as I have this with me, which I always do in the RV, and it has a bunch of other records, RV records for me in the RV, I know I have it. So if there's a problem, if somebody thinks that my dogs did something, I can pull it out. I can show I can take a picture of it. I can email it to them, or I can text it to them, and they got a copy of the vaccination record. And they also have ability to reach out to my veterinarian and discuss with them on the shots and all the shots and vaccines and the basically health care of the dog. We've never had a problem. Our dogs, we've raised them from puppies. We don't have to leash them. We do leash them in the parks, but around home, they don't leave the yard. We live on about an acre of land. We've raised them from puppies, and they don't leave. They just hang around. They love us. We love them. So that really has not been a problem for us. The second thing, when you're getting ready to plan your campsites, you need to make sure that the RV park you're staying in allows your breed to stay. Sometimes breed restrictions like pit bulls, Rottweilers, Dobermans, Mastiffs, wolf mixes are often restricted due to insurance purposes. So breed restrictions you might want to check with the campsite before you register, and I'm going to tell you what, you'll save a lot of time and frustration. If there's any question about breed restrictions, call them and verify with them. And if you're really paranoid like I do get sometimes, I say send me an email and let me know. Also, some RV parks have weight restrictions. That's just another way of saying we don't want big dogs in the park. Anyway, again, we've never had any problems with that, but we've also made sure that when we took when we made reservations, they were a dog-friendly RV park, and that 80-pound dogs and bigger than 80, 90 pounds, our chocolate lab, were accepted. We do pack our dog food in an airtight container. We use these Vittles Vault. I'll put a link down below. It makes it airtight. It keeps it sealed. It keeps bugs, critters, mice out. We know how much food they need, so we try and pack a couple days extra in the food container as a just in case. The other thing you might consider if you're going on a long trip and you know that you don't want to carry enough food for your dog or dogs, you might consider Chewy. Chewy will deliver your dog food, so you could pick out 7 days out and have a dog delivery set up, or a dog food delivery set up at an RV park, and Chewy will do it, and it's not a big hassle at all. Check with the RV park, make sure it's okay with them. But you know what? They deliver it. You got fresh food. You start over. You save several hours of time. Believe me. Hopping in a truck, driving around trying to find special dog food in a little bitty town, it's a nightmare. Even in a big town, it's a nightmare. So anyway, do yourself a favor. If you are going to do it on a long trip, have Chewy deliver it. The other thing we do, we monitor our temperature of our rig with a WeGo V. Govey. Where'd we go? Anyway, the nice thing about that is we just do the temperature. We've never had a problem with that in the past, but we also have a greenhouse, so it kind of goes between the greenhouse and the RV. There are several different types of monitoring system. Waggle is one. It's a big one. It's probably a little better system than we have. You can get Waggle systems that measure temperature, and humidity. You can get them that are cameras, so you can see your dog. And let you know that he's not being stressed. We never leave our dogs long enough for it to be a problem either way. But if I was going on an extended trip and I was going to be gone for several hours, I would definitely upgrade my system to the Waggle, and I'd get the camera and the environmental controls, the temperature. The other thing we do is I do put my name and phone number in the window of my RV. And so if there is a problem, if somebody's walking by and they look, they can say, hey, they can get on the phone. Where's my phone? I lost my phone. I can get on my phone. They can get on my phone, call, and let me know what's going on. And that immediately gives me the ability to make a decision. I need to rush back or somebody's just a little bit panicked. The other thing I do have a keypad entry. So in a worst case scenario, either the camp host or one of the people we're camping with, I could give them the key code to my RV. They could get in and let my dogs out. Again, we've never been in that situation, but you know what? Better to be prepared because, we love our dogs. I'm just going to be truthful with you. We love them. We take them with us everywhere we can. There just are places when you're camping that it's inappropriate to take dogs. Just the bottom line. So anyway, that's the other thing we do is we do have the keypad. We got the name and phone number on the side of the rig. So if something happens, we can at least get the dogs out. And my dogs aren't going to defend our rig. They're going to bark, but they're not going to. The other thing I will say, the first 2 or 3 times out, Harper, aka Knucklehead, she's an anxious dog. And she did not like being left alone in the RV by herself. Well, with our other dog, Mocha. So what we did is we got a big kennel, and we put them both in the kennel. They'd just curl up and go to sleep. We'd close all the blinds, turn on the radio, and leave. After the second or third camping trip, my wife says, let's try and leave them alone. We'll not put up the kennel. You know what? It worked. They did. When we closed up the door and left, we kind of acted like we drove down the road just a little way, stopped, got out, walked back, listened in. Nothing. They were sound asleep. So it's true. Your RV becomes your dog's home. Once it becomes their home, they just curl up and sleep like they do when we're not at home anyway. They just curl up on the couch and sleep. I mean, they are our dogs. Right now they're our best friends. Granted, I have kids and grandkids, but inside the house, they do sit on the couch. That's why we got a leather couch. But anyway, we do love our dogs, and so now we can close the door to the camper, leave, and you know what? They're fine. That's become their home away from home. The other thing we do is we do take a couple dog beds. They each have their dog bed. Now, I don't know about your dogs, but sometimes my dogs, they'll sleep on each other to be on one dog bed. They won't sleep on the 2 dog beds. And they switch dog beds. They don't care. But you know what? It gives them knows that that's a little safe place. And it does help. It also gets them to a place in the RV where they're not tripping over them all the time. When we take on hikes, we do take a portable water bowl. There are several different ones. We have a collapsible one. I'll see if I can get it and show a picture. The other thing we do, especially we do all the time, we take a small swimming pool, we put it underneath the camper, and we fill it full of water. That has made a huge difference, especially with our chocolate lane when it's warm. In fact, when we get to a campsite, that's the first thing we pull out of the truck. We put it underneath the the RV, we fill it full of water, and she just sits there and waits and waits. When I turn off the water and pull the garden hose out, she plops right in there. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of that, but let me tell you what, it's made a huge difference. Plus, they drink out of it. And I don't care if I got fresh water, they'll go drink out of the swimming pool water all the time. And it's just a little bitty cheap pool. It's nothing real special. And again, we do love our animals. We worship them. I mean, we probably right now we probably take better care of them than most. Well, we take very good care of our dogs. We treat them like they're just one of our kids, and we go out of our way to make them happy. We I have dog ramps so they can get up in our truck because it's pretty steep. I got a video on that. I'll put that link down below. Again, we love our dogs. We cherish our dogs, and we cherish the time we get to spend with our dogs because you know what? They love us, and we love them, and it makes the camping experience just a little bit sweeter. Okay, I think that'll wrap it up. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you like our dogs. We love our dogs. I hope you have dogs. I hope you take dogs camping with you. And we're going to wrap this video up. And you all take care now. Until we meet around the campfire. Take care. Bye-bye.